Welcome to our revival of Dutch giants Ajax. In our first season, we played out the season with Ajax's current squad of players aiming to qualify for the Champions League. Unfortunately, it all went sour on the final game day, and we finished third. No Champions League. We start our season by cleaning up the mess of the 2023 summer transfer period. We are aiming to give Ajax back its identity of developing youngsters into superstars. And what happened is not in line with Ajax's identity. We are looking to offload some of the foreign players that have come in and did not work out. We are replacing them as much as we can with talent from the Youth Academy we set up in our first season. We are also looking at an on-field transformation. In 2019, Ajax made a sensational Champions League run under Ten Hag. We aim to repeat this achievement next season. Ambitious as it is, this fits the Ajax mindset. Our Eredivisie season starts with a cracker against arch-enemies Feyenoord, the defending champs for the second consecutive season. Our starting 11 remains largely the same, however Naci Univar is now back from an excellent loan spell at Twente and starting for Ajax for the first time. Determined to make the best possible start to our season, we come out swinging. We create chance after chance, but a strong performance by the Feyenoord goalkeeper keeps us from scoring an early opener.
Can he deliver it with accuracy?
But they can't stop us forever. Just after 30 minutes of play, we find an open Brobby, and this time he can't be stopped by the goalkeeper. A strong showing so far sees us lead against Feyenoord after 30 minutes. However, after more than an hour of complete dominance by us, things take a turn for the worst. We leave the Feyenoord striker open and he doesn't hesitate. Gorder doesn't stand a chance and Feyenoord have equalized, a major blow to our confidence. Looking for fresh legs, we substitute Fitzjim for Univar with 10 minutes to go. With everything less than a victory being a major disappointment, we seek the attack. We find Forbes with some space in the box. He passes it in front of goal and there is Fitzjim. Mere minutes on the field and he finds himself in the right spot to shoot Ajax to victory over defending champs Feyenoord. What a way to open the season and what a moment for Fitzjim. We win our next 2 games as well, including another late winner against Heracles. So far, we have started tremendously with 9 points out of a possible 9 points. But in a very surprising turn of events, Inter decide to make a major bid for Bergwijn. Even though our counter-offer seemed ridiculous, Inter accepted it and paid 50 million euros for our left winger and captain. Even though it will be challenging, we decided to replace him internally. At first, mainly by Forbes. However, the left wing would be a place that would see a few different youngsters looking to prove themselves. Our streak of wins comes to an end against rivals AZ on a 2-2 draw, but we bounce back against RKC with a strong victory. However, we have seen enough from Gorder last season and this season and decide to bring in Nick Olij from Sparta. Olij is a solid Dutch keeper and has recently been selected for the Dutch national team for the first time. More strong performances in the Eredivisie lead us to our first Europa League game of the season. Last year we dramatically finished 4th and last in our group. This season we are determined to do better. But it's not an easy group at all with Wolfsburg, Antwerp, the champions from Belgium, and finally Basel from Switzerland. We open in Germany against Wolfsburg. We get a corner after 30 minutes of play, and our left back, Sosa, heads it into the back of the net brilliantly. We are up 1-0, and we would not give our lead away. We start strong in the Europa League as well, and things are looking up. After 7 games, we have won 6 times and only drawn once. But against Heerenveen, our streak of not losing would come to an end. At home, we lose 2-0, and it felt like we were never going to win that one. From this point out, the busy schedule with the Europa League would start to make things a little harder for us. We lose to NEC after a beautiful free kick in the 83rd minute. We then face Antwerp at home. We take the lead after an incredible pass by Univar, finished by youngster Axel van Dongen. But in the second half, Antwerp gains some traction and equalize via former Ajax player Ekkelenkamp.
He cuts it back. And a goal!
Late in the second half, we get to big chances, but Univar misses and debuting academy talent Rivero misses his chance on debut glory. To make things worse, we leave too much space in extra time and Guy shoots Antwerp to victory.
And a goal! This is why we adore this game. Late drama. And now they're in front.
We bounce back with a 3-0 victory over Vitesse, a nice revenge after losing to them on the final day of last season, costing us Champions League football. However, our recent drop in form sees us now in 2nd place in the Eredivisie, even in points with PSV. The victory over Vitesse gave us some confidence again, which resulted in 2 big wins. We beat Utrecht away convincingly, with Peterson, our rookie from the academy, taking the spotlights. We also beat Basel in the Europa League, a very important win for our Europa League dreams. We now face PSV in the Eredivisie. However, they have dropped points in the last couple of games, and we are now second behind Feyenoord, but with one game less played. Last year, it seemed we just couldn't beat PSV. No matter what we tried, they always seemed to have an answer. But today, they didn't. It was Brobbey who put us in the lead after a great pass and run by Forbes. PSV then loosed the ball childlessly, and Brobbey is off to the races again. The defenders have no answer for him, and he scores his second off the day. We dominate PSV and win 2-0.
Two in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating.
We keep winning, and our rookie Peterson even wins Player of the Month October. We unfortunately draw 2 Basel in the Europa League, but we are now in prime position to qualify for the knockout stages. We just have to beat Wolfsburg at home.
Pulls it back. And there it is, the opening goal. And could be. And a goal!
Even though we fought back after going down 1-0, it wasn't our day against a strong Wolfsburg side. Former Ajax player, Cerny, put Wolfsburg ahead again, and this time we didn't have an answer ready anymore. We lose a big opportunity to qualify for the knockout stages and now have to win in the final game against Antwerp. But in the Eredivisie, things are looking up for us. We are in the lead by a point, but with one game less played than our rivals. We draw 2 Volendam in the Eredivisie before we face PSV in the Dutch Cup. But this year we have PSV's number. We beat them 4-1 in the Dutch Cup, an incredible boost to our confidence. We then beat a very, very strong Twente side away from home 2-1. With one Eredivisie game left before the winter break, we are firmly in the lead, and we are shaping our team of the future. We sign homegrown talent Hato on a new, well-deserved contract. We also say our goodbyes to Sievert Manswerk, a young player brought in 2023's bizarre summer. He never seemed to perform on the level we are looking for at Ajax. We then play the most important game so far, and we are off to a flyer against Antwerp. This is a must-win game against a very strong opponent. Branco van den Boomen shoots us ahead in our first final of the season. We have to win this to get to the knockout stage of the Europa League. But like I said, Antwerp is a very strong side, and they equalize before halftime on the rebound. But today it is our day to shine in the Europa League. We get back ahead after a brilliant solo from Forbes, who then passes it to Brobbey, who just doesn't fail in these opportunities. We then send Berghuis on a run into the Antwerp penalty box, and he decides ours. And Wolfsburg's faith. We are up 3-1 and progressing to the knockout stages of the Europa League. After our Europa League success, we annihilate Vitesse away from home. We are firmly in the lead of the Eredivisie, 5 points ahead of Heerenveen in second. And with that, we end this episode of our Ajax revival. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and let us know in the comments if you think we can win the Europa League this season. Also, subscribe so you don't miss the second half of the season. Until then, have fun with video games, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye from us.